Hey there, guys. Jeff here. INYF family. It's not your fault. Thanks for stopping by. We're going to talk a little bit about rewriting the family scripts and why is that important and why is it a necessary thing. Before we get into that, of course, we got to do the housekeeping: like and subscribe, comment, beep about the boo, the bell, the whole thing. And let me know if I'm doing a good job. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about rewriting the family script. This is going to be a situation that we're all going to have to do at one point or another. Unfortunately, let's just look at a typical nuclear family: dad, mom, son, daughter, okay, two kids. In that family, the loved one, whoever they may be, could be the father, could be the mother, could be the son, the daughter, whoever, they're going through their crisis, and they're going through their issues, and we are then handed different scripts, okay? In the past, mom may be the primary nurturer, dad may just be the provider, disciplinarian, and the brother or sister are the confidants, friends, companions. When you throw addiction into the mix, scripts a lot of times can get reversed or torn up totally or reassigned. So, for instance, let's look at mom or dad. Say mom or dad are suffering from addiction and the spouse has to become a nurturer. If it's the husband who has to then take care of the mother because she's the alcoholic or the addict, he has to become the nurturer as well as the provider. If it's the husband who's the alcoholic or the addict, the mother has to become disciplinarian, provider, nurturer, because the husband maybe is not doing the best he can at work, not bringing what he used to be, loses his job, all these different possibilities that could arise. Let's talk about the kids. The kids have a role. Your son, your daughter, brother, sister, they have a role in the family. And in many cases, they are a confidant, companion to the other spouse, the other sibling. If they're an only child, they are getting focused on by both parents. And when you have, it's a weird dichotomy. If you've got a one-child family, both the parents are focusing their attention on your loved ones, on that loved one situation. A lot of times, if there's more than one child in a family, that person who's suffering from addiction or the alcoholism, they can hide it better because the attention is not totally on them all the time. They can get away with it for a little bit longer. And a lot of times the other siblings will cover for them. Sometimes not. But if it's a situation where there's more than one sibling in a household, alcoholism or addiction can hide itself a little bit better. If it's just a one child, not so much. But then they have the opposite effect of bearing the brunt of two parents who are coming down on them and trying to fix a situation. And not everyone in your loved one's life are enablers and codependents. Some people can look at a situation and go, not my circus, not my monkeys. I can't fix it, so I'm not going to even get involved. Pray for them, that's fine. Not everyone is an enabler or codependent. We're just the lucky and few. The lucky and few who decide to take it upon themselves to try and fix a situation, because that's just where that's the way we're wired, right? We're just nurturers. We try and fix things. But there are some people, I've come across a lot of them in my life, who can just turn it right off and go, not my problem. It's not a trait that maybe everyone wants, because there's other co-roles that go with that. But that being said, I just it's not how I'm wired. So that's why I'm here. Maybe that's why you're here also. But let's talk about the scripts. How does everyone get their scripts rewritten? It's not something we ask for. I have seen in many situations, where the children end up being the nurturers and providers and caregivers of the parent, because the parent's one suffering from the addiction. Seen it. Okay. It happens, especially if the child is early teens, where they are at that time in life where they're trying to show responsibility. Well, they're going to try and show, they're either going to try and babysit their sibling, or they're going to try and babysit their parent. And unfortunately, it happens a lot. If it's a single parent household, and that parent's the one who's the addict or the alcoholic, even more so. I see all the times sons and daughters end up raising their parents because the parents can't take it themselves anymore, or the family. It happens a lot. Happens a lot. Rewriting scripts is not necessarily a negative thing. It does allow us to hone our skills, our adult skills, our life skills. But it's not something that it's necessarily a good or bad thing, but be prepared. Be prepared if your script gets rewritten and you're handed a new role. If you're handed a new role when you walk on stage and they say, okay, now you're going to be playing the son. Well, I was the mother yesterday. Well, now you're the child. Oh boy, it's listen, man. This thing we're talking about, this addiction, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's nonsensical. It's crazy. It's maddening. So don't think for 1 minute you can try and make sense of it. You can't. But prepare yourself. If you're handed a script for a different role in your family, play it to the best of your ability. Probably not going to be permanent, but do the best you can. Do the best you can. And if you need help, come back to channels like this, pray, get to a meeting as soon as you possibly can, because again, the help is out there. But you will be thrust into a different role at one point or another in your relationship with your loved one's addiction. You will be thrust into a different role at one point or another. You will be. This is how it works. Don't shun it, and don't be surprised if it does happen. Many fathers who come to me about their situation talk about how their wives are suffering from addiction. Now they have to make lunches, take kids to practice, meet school teachers for different things. Well, your golf game will come back later on, hopefully when things get better. But for right now, embrace it. It helps you become multifaceted in your personality and your overall spirit and your makeup. Builds character. Same with moms. Moms, if they have to take on more of a burden because their husbands are suffering from addiction. Same thing. You guys are going to have to step up as well also. And you guys will be fantastic at it. You guys will be wonderful at it. It's not a situation where you should start pointing fingers at your loved one who's suffering from addiction going, if it wasn't for all this, I could have so much more time on my hands. It wasn't for your BS, I'd be able to go this, that, and the other. Listen, it's not a choice they made. This is not a choice they made. Blaming somebody for, I've mentioned this before, my father had died of lung cancer. He was 55. You see cancer patients all the time who they get the chemo and they're throwing up and they're pooping themselves and soiling themselves and they curse and they yell out and they act out and they're angry. Is that really them? No, they're reacting to their disease. But why do we give people like that a pass because of the symptoms of their disease when we don't give this same breaks to our loved one who's suffering from alcoholism or addiction? They're both diseases. So if they act out, act a fool, lash out, don't take it personal. It's just a disease. Just a disease. It's not them. All right. It's the family scripts are passed out early on in life, but when you add addiction to it, they'll get switched around a little bit. It just builds character. It's not going to be permanent, hopefully. If you get a new script, read it over and do the best you can. All right. We all have to play a different role at one point or another when we're done with our loved one. So do the best you can. All right. Hope that makes sense. God bless you. Keep coming back. It works if you work it. Let it begin with you. By all means, say a prayer for the prayerless. Say a prayer for all those people in the world who no one prays for. Make the difference. Loneliest thing in the world is knowing that there's somebody out there that no one lowers their head at night and no one offers them up to God because no one cares about them. Well, be that difference. Pray for the prayerless. Okay, guys? God bless you, and I'll talk to you soon.